Hey guys, Noob here, and we're making our next nerdy food thingy. This is for Valentine's Day. We're making Rice Krispie treats. Now we're going to make 3 different kinds for 3 different severities of nerdiness. The first one is going to be the super nerdy ones. We have a bag of strawberry marshmallows that we are going to melt down with our butter. And then I got some white and black Molten chocolates from Molten's. And we're going to make 2 different shades of gray. And we're going to coat our Rice Krispie cubes. And I even have this nifty little cube thing that you can do for like Rice Krispie treats popcorn balls. Be careful, do not mash your Rice Krispie treats down too much, otherwise it will be an extreme mess. And you won't really be able to bite into them. And I also have these little hearts. So with those items there, I am making companion cubes out of them. So these are going to be the little hearts on the side of the companion cubes, and then the white and black chocolate are going to be, the gray box. Then I'm also going to be doing a chocolate one that's going to actually be dipped in chocolate. And then we're just going to make some regular ones as well. So, let's get started. Okie dokie. So, the first step for making Rice Krispie treats is you take a 1/4 cup or half a stick of butter, and you're gonna let it melt down. You add 10 ounces of marshmallows. This happens to be a 10-ounce bag here, but I also, when I go to do my next batch, which is the strawberry ones, this is 14 ounces, so won't be using all of this one. And you're going to want to melt it all down on a low heat. I have my oven set to 2. Yeah, you can't see that. It's set to 2 right now. And so I'll show you what the consistency of it is as soon as it's done melting. Okay, so here we go. Here is our marshmallow cream. You want it to be nice and melty consistency. So I measured out 6 cups of Rice Krispies. Yeah, I just kind of poured them back in the box because I needed the bowls for other things. So we're gonna go ahead and pour these in. Oh, we gotta kind of turn the heat off. Hang on. Heat off. Move it over. And we're gonna pour this in. It's so much dark over here. We're going to start mixing this around. Here, you take that. Pass the camera off. Sorry for shaky shaky. I don't have any fancy tripods going on right now. Okay, and you're going to want to get all of this coated, and it's not going to stay hot forever. So I'll be back when we're ready to start pouring it into our mold. I don't know if this pop. Nope, not really. I was testing that out, and I don't think that's gonna work. You have to be really careful with Rice Krispie treats not to overpack them. You don't want them crunching because they will get hard. So I'm really, really nervous about, look at that gooiness, about using a mold. I am so worried I'm going to like crush them and crush, yeah, like that. Like I don't want to pack them too tight. Okay. I don't know if I have to like let it set like that. If so, we got a problem because we got more there. You know what I didn't do? I didn't butter this first. Guys, I had a blonde moment. Only half blonde, you know, the front part of my hair. I'm kidding. That's all dyed. Okay, well, let's get our hands messy and try not to smash this as we lay it back out. This is kind of just my test batch. This is the regular ones. Because, you know, yeah, these aren't the special ones for the holidays. These are just, you know, something I'm gonna eat. But they're turned out all nice and gooey. So we'll actually go ahead and just leave this one to cool down while we wash up and get the next ones ready. So while I'm waiting for the butter to melt for the next batch, I'm just kind of decorating these with just some leftover icing I had. I mean, I would much prefer to have like a pink or red icing, but I have blue on hand and I have this blue container. So we have phrases like "Be Mine" and "XOXO," and I made a heart, and so this says "I love you," and it's just something a little more festive instead of leaving them plain. But I'm getting the strawberry marshmallows ready to melt, and we'll be ready to see how those turn out. Okay, so here we have these. I have already made some of them into kind of cubes. And I suggest, so you don't squish all the air out of them, butter a knife, a sharp knife, and spray your hands with a little cooking spray or butter them. Cut out squares like so, and while it's still decently fresh, you're going to kind of cut out and gently tap some of these edges to make them still fairly square shapes. Stack the two on top, and you want to gently, and I do mean gently press. They don't have to be perfectly together. You want them to still have plenty of air in them. And we're going to be coating these, so it's not like they're going to have seamless edges. So I have 4 done so far. So I can probably get 1. One, two. This I might only get 10 instead of 12 like I did the regulars, but still, that's not too bad. So I'll see you back when I'm ready to decorate. So this is the third batch. This is the one I'm going to put the chocolate in. You want to make up your Rice Krispies first, and before they cool. You know, you don't want to melt the chocolate in them because it won't set up properly. So I'm going to take my chocolate chips and sprinkle them in now and mix them around in, and then I'm just going to let this sit for a while, and then we'll come back, decorate these and the cubes. Intermission. Melted down our melting chocolate, of course, because we're using because the black Wilton's melting chocolate is really just a really dark brown. I guess it didn't give us the best color, but we're going to go ahead and go with it. This is lots of the black mixed with a little bit of white, and then this is lots of white mixed with a little bit of black, and that'll give us our 2 different tones we need. I mean, I guess it's good because there's a purpley tone to it, because it's, you know, the pancake cubes I usually see are very purpley gray color. So, one thing to keep in mind when you're melting your melting chocolates, you want to do like 30 seconds at a time so you don't scorch your chocolate. So we're going to go ahead and start dipping these. Let's see. I'm going to do. So I actually let these set overnight to cool, and I'm going to place it in there. And I may not have enough to do every one of them, so I'll let you know if you need to like double your recipe, buy more chocolate or anything, and I'll show you what it looks like after they're all dipped. So as you can see, we now have an almost empty pan of the chocolate stuff. Yeah, we got really hungry halfway through, so we just ate all of it. Okay, no, we didn't. So what we did is we took a heart box and we took the lid off of it and placed it in the middle of our pan and cut around the heart. Then we cut off all the excess pieces, pried the heart up, and tried not to, you know, break it in half. And so, you know, if you take all your chocolates out of the box, maybe, you know, you have a significant other that doesn't like chocolate, maybe you just think this is a little more creative. Or you can just buy an empty box at like the dollar store or something. And you get this wonderful heart-shaped Rice Krispie treat. And it has, you know, all the little bits of chocolate she can want. Okay, so if you couldn't tell already, I'm not, you know, I'm not a cake artist, I'm not a baker, or anything like that. So, you know, these are fairly easy recipes, but when I'm trying to decorate, it doesn't always go so well. Like, it kind of went all over the place. So this one is a dud. And even though these look messy, I still think that one there is particularly cute. So these are not the easiest to do because I'm just trying to do the edges. I'm sure if you had like if I was piping the chocolate, I probably would have been a whole lot better. But I didn't do that. No, I just took a spoon and started pouring like little lava flows down. And so you just do that around all your sides. And keep adding it around your sides and then smooth it out until it looks like you have somewhat of a square in the middle. Then you'll take one of your hearts, and by the way, these are also Wilton's icing decorations. You'll take one of your hearts, dip it in some of the melting chocolate, and then stick it on to 5 of your 6 sides, like you did down there. So, okay, I'll show you when they're all done. Okay, so here's our finished product. We made 3 different kinds here. And we had our regular Rice Krispies. We used 10 ounces of the marshmallows, 6 cups of Rice Krispie treats, and a half stick of butter. And it makes roughly 12 of these. And I took some leftover icing. I put I, heart, and U. And just to make them a little bit more festive. Then we have the companion cubes. These were not the easiest things to make. They are super messy. You would probably be better if you piped on all of your edges, but I used a spoon because I wasn't really thinking. But for these ones here, we used strawberry marshmallows, and you do the same amount, 10 ounces of the marshmallow, 6 cups of the Rice Krispies, and then a half stick of butter. And then we took the black and the gray, black and the white, and made 2 different shades of gray. You need at least 2 bags of each color. I would almost say you would maybe want a 3rd bag of the white, just so you can get the darker gray a little bit lighter, because it's still really dark. And these are the Wilton's melting chocolates. They taste more like white chocolate than anything else. And then these here are the Wilton's candy pieces. They're the icing decoration candies. And I got both of those at Michael's, because that's just what I had closest to me. So I was able to make 5. One of them was my tester, and so it messed up. But if you want to make 10, which is how many Rice Krispie cubes you'll get, then you're going to at least need 2 bags of each. Finally, we have our chocolate Rice Krispies, which we have cut using the lid as our stencil and made a heart out of to stick in the heart box. You can buy empty heart boxes at the dollar store, and that just gives you a nice little alternative to just plain old chocolates, you know. So maybe you might maybe you want to make this and give them to somebody, or maybe you want to make these with somebody. So happy Valentine's Day, or maybe belated Valentine's Day, depending on when this goes up. So I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.